Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video all on hay and talking about the different types of hay, what hay you should be using and what hay is the best. I will also talk about the different cuts of hay and basically everything you need to know about hay, since hay is a very big portion of a lot of our small pets' diet. Rabbits and guinea pigs and chinchillas all need at least 80% of hay in their diet, so it is a very important thing. And also, hay is what helps keep a rabbit's digestive system keep going, and it also helps file down their teeth because all the fiber. So it's just a very important topic. So first I want to talk about where you can actually buy a hay, because there is a few different options, but some of these options will have downfalls. So your first option is a local farmer. Now this is going to be your cheapest, and typically they range from $4 to $7 for a bale. I personally get my hay from our local farmer and it costs $4 for a big bag. So this is the bag of hay that I usually get. It's $4 and this bale lasts me around a month. So the next option is pet store, and most pet stores will sell hay. Now, depending on where you live, the sizes of bags might vary. Personally for me, our pet stores do sell hay, but they're very, very small quantity and they are very, very overpriced. So that can be a downfall, but generally pet store bags of hay are going to be name brands like Oxbow and things, and they all go through quality testing, so it is a good option to go there. Just be aware that you're going to be spending quite a lot more, but I guess you're paying for. So generally this is what makes up a herbivore diet. So this is a diagram of a rabbit, but this pretty much goes for every single herbivore. Your guinea pigs will follow this, and even chinchillas. Take out the veggies, of course. But as you can see, hay does take up a good 80%. Okay, so let's look at the guarantee analysis of all your different types of hay. So there is a couple of options that you can choose to feed. So we have orchard grass, timothy, oat, dried grass, meadow, alfalfa, and then Pruneda grass. I've never actually heard of that, and I don't think it's very common either, at least not where I am. So first, let's look at orchard grass. So the main thing you want to look at when it comes to hay is the fiber content, because that is the main thing all herbivores need. Fiber, one, helps the digestive system keep on moving, and fiber is what trims down our herbivores' constantly growing teeth. So fiber content is very, very important. And then something that you want a very minimal amount of, especially for older rabbits, is the calcium intake. So let's go down the list. So orchard grass has 34% of fiber and a 0.33% of calcium. Timothy has 32 to 34 with a 0.4 to 0.6% of calcium, which is great. Again, lower the calcium, the better. Oat has 31% fiber and 0.4% calcium. Dried grass has 25 to 28% fiber, so this is one of the lower spectrum, and it has 0.55% calcium, so far this is quite high. Meadow has 33% fiber with only 0.6 calcium, and then alfalfa has 28 to 34% crude fiber but has 1.2 to 1.4% calcium, which this is why alfalfa, clover, or lucerne hay should only be fed to younger bunnies and younger rodents 6 months and younger when they are babies, because obviously the calcium is going to be what helps the animal grow. This also goes for the pellets that you feed. So if you choose to do fortified feeding, make sure you are checking the ingredients. Some pellets are straight up, like I know Oxbow has the young rabbit food, which is alfalfa based. And then you also have alfalfa pellets like the image on the left. But on the right, this is aimed at adult rabbits, but it is actually alfalfa based, so make sure to check your pellets. So a very big reason why it's bad to feed a high calcium pellet or hay is because it can cause bladder sludge, which is extremely painful to pass through, and it is because of too much calcium in the diet. Now, bladder sludge is something that sadly a lot of people see. It's that white stuff that you often see either on the floor or in the litter pan, and people look past it, but it is a abnormality and is a illness actually, because one thing people don't think of is bladder sludge is extremely painful. It is like passing sand through, and it's just uncomfortable and just unhealthy, so please make sure to avoid it. And this is what your common hays look like. So you got oat hay, which is very thick and often has big seed heads. You got your meadow hay, which is more stringy. You got orchard grass, which is more grass-like. And then you have your timothy. Now let's talk about cuts of hay. So if you don't know, hays have different cut, and basically what that means is it's the time of when the hay was cut in the field. So you have 3 cuts. The first cut is typically rougher in texture. It contains the least amount of nutrition. It contains a lot of seed heads, and it is generally lighter in colour. But the first cut is typically higher in fibre, which is actually a good thing. Then we have second cut, which is typically everyone's favourite. It's a good in-between. So second cut is better than the first cut. It is a mix of stem and leaf, but typically has a little bit less stem. It is higher in fibre and more nutrition than the first cut. It's typically a little bit more of a darker green. Then we have the final cut, which is third cut, and this is a very soft hay. It's almost 100% leaf. There's not many seeds or really stems even. It is lower fibre. It's really thick and green, and it's most of the time a great option for fussy eaters.